Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about Doge raising the government shutdown risk. Congress has about 2 weeks to put together something to fund the government and keep the doors open, or there will be a shutdown. Conflicting reports have come out about the thinking of the Republican leadership. One set of reporting says the leadership is pushing for a clean continuing resolution through the rest of the fiscal year, and that it would have no controversial provisions at all. Another set of reporting says they're going the exact opposite direction and want to throw in some of Elon's cuts. So what's the truth? Both. The leadership doesn't know which way to go. They're considering both options. Even though the Republicans control both houses, there's always dissension within the ranks, and they have narrow majorities. So, the Republicans are looking at a clean resolution in hopes of leveraging the Democrats into supporting it by removing anything politically questionable from the equation. That helps out the GOP leadership because there's a decent chance that some Republicans will grandstand and vote against a clean resolution, while calling the leadership rhinos. The flip side is that if they throw the cuts in, they charge the bill and create a situation where they know Democrats will oppose it. If it heads to a government shutdown, they can try to blame the Democratic Party for it. But that assumes that the GOP is reading the room correctly about Trump and Elon's moves, and that putting a bunch of Americans out of work and withholding funds that are hurting businesses across the country turns out to be politically popular in the long run, somehow. No matter which route they go, the goal is the same: make the Democratic Party support their move one way or another. This plan would probably work in the House, but like many Republican plans originating in the House, GOP senators are shaking their heads, wondering how this would work on their side of Capitol Hill. While this is a budgeting bill, it is not part of the budget reconciliation process. Since it isn't part of the reconciliation, the filibuster applies. Senate leadership needs to pull 7 Democrats to move the continuing resolution along. Some have suggested this whole thing is actually an attempt to shore up support among the base and get them to buy into the idea of taking the firings and cuts in stride to own the libs, somehow. Because despite the rhetoric, there's probably a decent chance that many House Republicans understand that the cuts to Medicaid they just voted for and the firings aren't popular. With such a short period of time before the deadline, it seems unlikely that they can get the buy-in that quickly. But we've seen stranger things happen recently. Either way, we're likely to see the Republican strategy shape up early next week, maybe with signaling over the weekend. It'll probably be a long stopgap measure of some kind. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.